Hey, it's Chris. I'm back at you with another video. Alright, so for this video, I'm talking about another CW show, The Flash. Alright, so Flash has just finished its second season, and just to kind of, give my thoughts as far as the show in general, I really enjoy it. I think that, Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, he just does such a fantastic job because he's a superhero that is just so relatable, and the show itself is about family, and for me, it manages to hit all those great emotional beats because you really come to care about this character and his friends and sort of just their adventures, and it's a show I look forward to every week because they constantly tease new and exciting things from the comics. It's just really great. As far as things I liked about this past season 2, Zoom I thought was a really good villain. I don't think he was as good as Eobard last season, but I still found him very good. He was menacing. He killed people. He hurt Barry Allen, and his whole central goal of I want you to end up just like me, I thought was just very handled very well. And his defeat was also neat, how Barry, how he used the time remnants and whatnot, which I think the science behind like what exactly the time remnant is a little confusing, but I still enjoyed the execution, if that makes sense. I liked how, in the finale, Barry used Zoom's trick against him. It was just it was just a great way to show how this character is constantly learning and trying new things. The reveal of the Man in the Mask I thought was handled very well. It was the real Jay Garrick, played by John Wesley Shipp. I thought it was perfect how, people were kind of upset, like, oh, they're killing Barry's dad, John Wesley Shipp. So the fact that Wesley Shipp is now playing Jay Garrick, who's one of the Flashes, and now the TV version of Jay Garrick is old, kind of like the classic Jay Garrick, I thought it was handled very well, and I'm sure he'll be back next season. It's a good way to kind of get John Wesley Shipp to still be on the show every once in a while, but he's not really required to be there every episode. Everyone else in the cast, Joe and Iris are great. The Barry Iris romance I thought was handled very well because it's pretty much shown that they're soulmates, but at this point in the story, Barry just has too much crap going on. He is just not ready. And I like how, right before the ending happened, he kind of looks at his friends and he just goes, "I'm sorry," and he leaves. I thought like that emotional beat was just so sad. All the other characters are great. Cisco's, oh god, she's hilarious. Like, I mean, I think I speak for a lot of people when I say like I am Cisco. Cisco is he is just so relatable. Caitlin, I thought I liked the dynamic she had when we met our Earth 2 counterpart, Killer Frost. I think it kind of gave the actress Danielle Panabaker a little bit more to do. I really hope they continue to try to give Caitlin more interesting side plots than just kind of like dating guys, and I'm hoping that Killer Frost does come back in some form because I think the actress and I mean even the fans, I think they get to have more fun when she kind of goes bad. Alright, so we're getting to the tease for season 3. At the end of the season, Barry actually goes back in time to what he did during season 1, and he stops Eobard from killing his mom. They're starting Flashpoint. Now, for those of you who don't know the story of Flashpoint, spoilers ahead, pretty much what Flashpoint is all about is that Barry goes back in time, stops his mom from being killed, and the entire world just goes to hell. The Justice League is never formed, people are fighting, there is nukes and nuclear war. This is kind of a tie to Batman a little bit, but like Batman is actually his father Thomas Wayne instead of Bruce Wayne. He's a lot more violent, just things aren't the way they should be. And the ending of Flashpoint, Barry has to go back in time and let his mother die. And what this causes an era in the comics called the New 52, where things are kind of back to normal. The Justice League is around, but there are a few key differences left over within the universe that carry on the future stories, even after the bad future is averted. So what I'm hoping they do on the show is that, you know, hopefully season starts, we get in the Flashpoint, things are crappy, Barry kind of learns his lessons and fixes it, but when he fixes it, maybe things aren't 100% the way they used to be still. There's a lot of debate if this should carry over into shows like Arrow, because some people aren't satisfied with certain choices on that show. I don't really know if they're going to go that route, just because if stuff in Flash is messing with stuff in Arrow and Legends and Super and all the other shows, and people don't watch The Flash, audiences may be really confused and upset. But I still think as far as The Flash goes, Barry screwing with time, I think it could change some things in the main Flash universe for the better or for the worse. Like, what if this time Caitlin does become a metahuman and ends up being the Killer Frost that we saw, and, you know, our Caitlin ends up becoming the Killer Frost we saw on Earth 2? Geez, maybe Eobard is back and he's off doing evil things again and he's not dead. You know, who knows what they could do. I really hope with this next season, with Flashpoint, they kind of use this opportunity to just kind of mess with the viewers and shake up the status quo of, I guess, what we've learned about Team Flash and whatnot in this season so far. So overall, I've enjoyed The Flash these past 2 seasons. I'll probably review it when it comes back in the fall, but don't worry guys, this summer I have a ton of videos planned talking about a ton of other nerdy things, even though my CW shows are going away. So stay tuned, because I'm always getting into stuff and I will have more content for you all.